Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be jumping back into AFK Journey. Got some cool stuff to talk about. First, we've got full screen, which looks very cool. Going to take a look at a couple display options, but then we're going to jump into the different game modes that we have. And one thing that I like to highlight with this game are some things that this game is doing a little bit differently than what we've seen in other games. I'm going to point a couple of those things out. But first, before we jump into this, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Some very cool stuff happened since the last video I did. And if you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and put a link up to it over here. It's where I talk about things that this game does. It's a little bit different. That's really kind of pulled me into the world and into the story and just allowed me to immerse myself into everything that they got going on in AFK Journey. Before I go any further, just a heads up, this is a sponsored video. So again, I just want to thank Lilith Games for the opportunity to play this game and share what this game is with all of you. All right, so if we take a look at this, this looks very cool. I like the full screen mode. There are some screens where there's a bunch of extra space, like here on the sides, right? I mean, obviously this was meant for portrait. So I don't know if they're gonna do something with the extra space over here, but like you saw in the intro, the battle scenes, they've got some pictures up over there on the sides just to fill out the screen. I do like the full mode. They also have a mode in here, and I mentioned it in that last video because I wasn't sure if it was something that was coming. It's something that I heard, but you can turn it sideways, your phone sideways to go into landscape. You can actually go into landscape mode here as well. If you go into settings and into quality, we've got this right here. We've got landscape, we've got portrait, and then full screen. So we've got those options down here, which is very cool. I don't know if turning a phone sideways will automatically put it into landscape or if you have to go in here and do it. I'm not playing this on a mobile device just yet, but when I have an opportunity to, once this game comes out for testing on iOS, then I'll be able to check that out. So full screen, pretty cool. I like it. I like seeing everything around me. The one thing that I would say about the full screen mode, I mean, just this actually, probably just in general, because it's not, we don't see this at all. I can left click on the screen to move the map around, which is great. This is the kind of the map exploration thing I was talking about, where I can just go look around, see what's here. And I don't even know if I explained that very well, but I'm rambling now. Anyway, but the right click button, the right click button doesn't really do anything. I would like to point and click my character, my team around here, or hold down that left mouse button and then drag it around the screen to have my team move. I would like that versus this. I mean, this is good to have too, but if there's an option to be able to do that, if they could add that to the game, I just think it would be a much more fluid experience, especially when you're playing on a full screen on a PC. On the phone, it makes much more sense to use this, but on a PC, if we can use the mouse button to point and click or hold it down to move around, I think that'd be cool too. So that's full screen mode. I like it. I'm glad it was added. It makes it much easier. I don't have to look for another graphic to put behind the portrait mode. Wow, portrait mode when I'm making a video on it. But all right, so let's talk about the different game modes that we have. Again, a few things that I like pointing out is what this game does different. So I'm just going to go into battle modes here. I've got 4 of them unlocked right now. We've got 2 that's going to take me a little while to get to because I need to get to AFK stage 226 and 391. But we have Dream Realm, Arena, Arcane Labyrinth, and Battle Drills. Dream Realm, we'll just jump into here really quick. This is your typical boss battle. So you go in here, you select a team. You get 6 opportunities. So I'm just going to select my team here, the team that I've been using the most. I'm going to throw this lady in there. I just got her. She's pretty cool. Eddie's pretty cool too. And then we'll just do the battle. See on the side, you got those pictures to fill up the screen. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, so typical boss battle, you go in here, you try and beat down their health bars as much as possible. Now, the cool thing about this mode here is as you work through this, you can see the percentage there, right? So we can get this boss all the way down. Typically, it's an infinite mode where you're just seeing how much damage you could do. These bosses come in different difficulties. So if we get past this and we get 100%, we'll have a new difficulty. If you pass all the difficulties, and we'll double check this once I'm done here, but if you pass all the difficulties, then you go into that infinite mode. So first couple times or first few times, you can go ahead and take the boss out completely, which looks like we might do it on this one. completely unintended. I didn't even look at what the abilities are. And then eventually get to a point to where what you're doing is you're trying to get as much damage in there as possible. All right, so timer went down to 0, so it is timed. One thing I didn't mention, we get all these rewards here. We'll go back in. Obviously, you can't reclaim those rewards. It's just these last 3 that I need to get. Let's go ahead and close this. And then right up in here, if you click the eye here, the multiple damage rewards for each boss. Rewards will be issued out. Endless mode right here. Clear all difficulty levels of a boss to unlock endless mode. And again, that's your typical boss battle. You go in there, you don't take them out. You just continually see how much damage that you can do. So I'm going to continue to work on this character. This one's actually pretty cool. You can also see over here what's coming up. So we got Cyclops, we got a frog dude coming, King Croaker, somebody who's unknown, and then Snow Peak just ended. So these come out every couple days. What did we get here? Successfully collected. What am I at? Top 66%. All right. So that is Dream Realm. Again, pretty cool. A little bit different with being able to take the bosses out and then finally get to an endless mode. I think it gives you something to work towards. So I think that's pretty cool. Arena. Arena, same battle mechanic. We won't go in and do an arena battle. You've seen the game mechanics. I'll point out a few things here, though. First is your formation. We've seen before in formation where you set up your defense team and then you just go out and you battle. One thing that this game does that I thought was pretty cool is that you select, where is it? You select your maps right here. So right now we have a plain field available. So this is what I can go, what my opponents will come up against, either a plain field or I can put some obstacles in the way, right? So we've got some short walls here. Again, you can't melee over these, but you can, marksman can shoot over them, right? We got forest too, so just a different configuration. I like this one. And then we have this camp battle, which I can't see. It'd be nice to see, but look, I need 1,500 points to unlock that, and I need 2,000 points to unlock this one. I like that. I think it's cool that you can manipulate the battlefield with your defensive team. And I don't see that take advantage of a lot in here, but I think it's cool because, again, it adds some additional strategy on your part to kind of think through that, right? And what team that you're going to use. Because you're going to go into these battles. I'll just select one. So I'll just select this one here. I'm not going to do the battle, but you can see what the battlefield is, and then you can adjust your team from there, which is pretty cool. And then you get rewards. Up over here, you get rewards for different wins. You got your weekly rewards and daily rewards. So typical arena stuff there. I just really wanted to point out that formation thing. I think is pretty cool. All right, next with battle modes, Arcane Labyrinth. So Arcane Labyrinth is your typical labyrinth mode, but you look at it a little bit different. So I'll go in here and always take a look at this right here because this gives a really good rundown of what to expect when you go in here. So I can, let's see, I completed difficulty 1. Now I'm going to go into difficulty 2. This takes some time. There's 20 levels in difficulty 1. We'll see how many levels are in here. But you don't have that top-down look where you got the different grids and you move from one square to the next. But you still get these buffs as you work through the different battles. But this is what it looks like. I think I got everybody there. It's these individual rooms, and you're just moving from each one to the next in a straight line. You're not choosing a different path, but it's just a different look at it. Just a little bit of a different view of your typical labyrinth mode. So we beat that. That one was pretty easy. And then we're going to get a selection of what we want. We can get Sanctuary. It tells you what the effective, or we can go to Fortitude. If I click that, we'll go then to the next room, and then here's our next battle, and then so on and so forth. And then you can always back out and go back in. But that's really the major difference there for that one that I've seen. You have items and stuff that you collect. This is for reviving. Here's the different heroes that we're using in here. And I can just pop out. So, typical labyrinth mode. Now, the battle drills, I thought this was pretty cool. This is, well, I think it's all pretty cool, but this is specific to guilds. You got to get to, I think, 170-something in the AFK stages to get to battle drills. And this reminds me of a little bit, if any of you are familiar with Marvel Strike Force and their raids, it's that kind of map. You got to choose which one of these paths you're going to go down. And then you make it through these battles all the way up to the end. So if you played Marvel Strike Force now or in the past, you know what I'm talking about. But then we can go into here, and then we set up our battles. So you have to choose your team, a certain number of heroes that you're going to bring. You select the battle, and the battle I can't beat, but I'll show you what it looks like here really quick. And you have a choice, right? I've got a couple of easies and a regular. Let's pop into this one here. Everybody's level 141. These are the characters that I've selected to bring in here. So once you select or define those characters, I don't think you can change them until it resets. If it resets, I should probably look at that. It looks like we're actually doing fairly decent. No, we're not. I didn't even look down the bottom. I'm down to like nobody. So I definitely got to build up my teams for this. But that is battle drills, and I think it's pretty cool. Now, the other two things that we have is this right here. So let's go back into the game modes. We got this. We've got this Legend Trial and this Invasion Rift, and I click on them. So in Legend Trial, hero formation choices are limited. Develop more heroes for rewarding choices. Here's some of the rewards there, so I don't know what that looks like exactly. And then this one right here, this one, Invasion Rift. Powerful enemies will appear randomly in the Invasion Rift. Form a 3-player team to challenge them. Invite friends to fight by your side and get rich rewards. This is cool because this is kind of a co-op type mode. I don't know if both you and your friend are playing live or if you're just borrowing each other's characters, but that looks pretty cool as well. I got to get up to stage 391 to check out what Invasion Rifts are all about. So there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you. Those are all the different game modes so far, what I've got unlocked and my thoughts on them. I love where the game is going, and I'm excited to see, again, where it's going to land when it officially launches in early 2024. Still don't have a date on that. All right, everybody, kind of curious, what are your thoughts? What do you think about what you've seen so far, the different videos that I've done, or maybe other people have done? Are you excited about that? What would you like to see? I just kind of would love to hear what kind of feedback y'all have. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.